Hello, what is up you guys? Benji here from TeachFrog, and today we're going to be talking about the 5 ESL companies that you can work for without a degree. I know it's a little difficult for you out there, you're an excellent teacher, but you never actually managed to get a bachelor's degree for whatever reason, and you still want to teach, but don't worry, there are plenty of companies out there that will still hire you, and the amazing thing is, not all of these companies even require you to be a native English speaker, so cha-ching. But let me warn you guys that some of these companies don't pay particularly well compared to companies that do require you to actually have a bachelor's degree. And also let me warn you that some of these companies do require you to have a TEFL certificate or some kind of teaching certificate. But don't worry if you don't have a TEFL certificate, because honestly, I didn't have a TEFL certificate, and I literally went onto Groupon. I saw one for £39, and it was an 120-hour one. I finished in about, it was around about 2 weeks it took me to finish, and then I had my TEFL. So it is literally so worth getting, guys, if you are serious about going into ESL teaching, but yeah. Anyway, before I carry on, if you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you loved it, please subscribe down below for more videos. Let's get started. So the first company I want to tell you about is a company called Schema Talk. Now, SkimaTalk are a company that actually allows you to set your own rate. They take away 20% of what you earn, and you get to keep obviously 80%. But keep in mind, if you're being paid by PayPal, it's a little less than that because obviously with PayPal fees. They do say on their website that the average earning for their top teachers is around $1,000 a month. Now, that's not a huge amount considering that's actually their top teachers. They don't mention how much their kind of average teachers earn, so that you might want to be a little bit cautious on that one. But on the whole, it seems like a great company, especially kind of if you're starting out or things like that. Now let's go through the requirements. All they ask is for you to be a native English speaker and preferably have some teaching experience. That's it. Obviously, the more qualified you are, so for example, if you do have a bachelor's degree, which I'm guessing you probably don't if you're watching this video, then obviously you'll get more, you'll get kind of more money from that because you can set your rates a bit higher, and there's a higher chance that they'll actually accept your application as well, the more qualified you are. So do keep that in mind, guys. The second company I want to talk to you about is a company called Lingoda. Now, it's a very, very famous company, and there's a chance you probably have heard of it before. They actually don't just teach English, they teach many other languages, but obviously English is going to be one of their big main languages that they teach. Now, the beauty of this company is that you don't even need to be a native English speaker, which is fabulous. They just ask that you have C2+. With regards to the pay, gonna be honest with you, it's not good. So the pay is between $8 to $12 per hour. A lot of companies out there actually, they give you that same amount, but per 30-minute class. So, they're kind of paying you a lot less than maybe another ESL company would give you. However, one of the cons for working with Lingoda is they do require you to have at least 3 years teaching experience. So they actually say that it doesn't have to be online, it can be in a physical classroom, but they do require you to have 3 years of teaching experience. Coming up at number 3 now, we have Verbling. Now, Verbling is also a massive, massive company that don't require you to have a bachelor's degree at all. They do require you to have some kind of certificate in teaching, whether it be a TEFL, a CELTA, a TESOL, whatever. They do require you to have one of those. Or, if you don't have one of those, if you have a reference from one of your other jobs so that they can verify you as a teacher. So for example, if you have a letter from an old student, saying how lovely you are that you taught them, that's kind of good enough because it proves that you've been teaching. It proves that you have verifiable teaching experience. So they will accept that. But yeah, they are a tiny bit vague on their requirements. So like, I think the best thing to do is just kind of apply and see what happens. With regards to the pay, again, it's a set your own rate system. The con I find about set your own rate systems is that you have to compete with other teachers on that site with regards to how low you can bring your prices down. Now I know if you're just starting out and you haven't had many clients yet, you're gonna only be able to be charging sort of, I don't know, $6 or $7 an hour in order to compete with other people, because no one's gonna book you if they see that you've had no clients, you've had no reviews. So who's gonna pay $25 an hour to learn English with you? I don't think many people will do that. So that is a con with set your own rate companies, but it's worth a try. Coming in at number 4 now, we have an excellent company called Amazing Talker. Now, Amazing Talker are probably up there with one of the best companies I've seen on this list. Again, it is a set your own rate company, but they say that they pay an average of $25 per class. Now, I'm assuming they mean the 50-minute class, because their classes are between, you can get a 25-minute trial class or a 50-minute kind of full class. And they say on their website that they pay an average of $25 per class. I'm assuming they mean the 50-minute class, which, even though, like, so set your own rate, I'm assuming people generally on the website are setting their rates at slightly higher, so the competition isn't as kind of fierce, if that makes sense. So you can set your rate slightly higher because kind of everyone else is doing that. So that's fabulous. That's amazing, you know, considering that you don't even need a degree for this to become a teacher with them. Amazing. However, they do require you to have a TEFL certificate and be able to speak English. So yeah, they're pretty low requirements, but again, it's kind of like building up your kind of repertoire within the company once you're hired, kind of thing. So like once you're hired, you need to kind of actually find students. They give you students, but you have to kind of make your profile look nice and shiny so people will actually book you. Whew. Finishing off with number 5 now, we have iTalki. Now, iTalki is my favorite company. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I've worked for them before. They are, again, you don't need a bachelor's degree if you are applying as a community teacher. So they have 2 kind of subsections. They have a community teacher and they have a professional teacher. If you are a community teacher, which you can apply to be, you don't need like any qualifications, things like that. All they need you to know is that you're a competent person to kind of talk in your native language with someone. Because that's essentially what people are going to be booking you for as a community teacher. People just want to talk to someone to practice their language skills. Now, you can also apply as a professional teacher. Now, professional teachers obviously earn slightly more, but as you're watching this video, you probably don't have a bachelor's degree, and they do. That is one of the requirements, is that you have a bachelor's degree and you have a TEFL certificate and that you have all these kind of qualifications to kind of make you professional, you know, so that you have kind of the credentials. With regards to pay, it's actually all right. There's a big range, okay? There's a huge range. And with English, unfortunately, because there's so many teachers of English, people are having to set their rates fairly low. So I know they have got a minimum limit. The minimum you can set your rate to is $8 per hour. That's the minimum, and that's what they recommend you start with. But then they say after sort of 3 weeks, a month, maybe even 2 months, you can just inch it up bit by bit, and it pretty much works for everyone. And then there's some teachers that are earning, I think the maximum you can do is $80 an hour, but you'd have to be really top of your game. You'd have to have had like thousands of lessons under your belt in order to be charging that kind of money. But yeah, whew. Anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this video, and I hope this actually helped you in some way. And please let me know in the comments if you've worked for any of these companies before, and tell me a bit about your experience with them, because I have no idea what it's like, apart from iTalki. I have no idea what it's actually like to work for these companies, so it would be really great to kind of have more of an idea and understanding. And as always, if you notice I've made any mistakes in this video, please let me know in the comments as well. I always strive to make sure that my videos are as accurate as possible, but obviously sometimes, you know, we're human, might make some small mistakes. So if you've noticed any, please write them in the comments so I can, see to them. Whew, thank you so much much, guys, and as always, if you liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you loved it, please subscribe down below for more videos. Ciao for now, guys. Mwah.